Greetings, beloved friend. It's so good to connect with you once more.
It's always a passion and a joy for us to experience this magical co-creation together.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask you about divine timing because as I am experiencing life, I am learning that everything has its own perfect timing. And if someone goes with the flow of the universe, things flow better. Would you talk about that, please?
Your observations are very accurate. You basically answered the question, but this is what I can add to it. Yes, everything happens with a divine synchronicity. And the more you trust yourself, the more you have faith in yourself, and not only the self that is here, but also the higher self, your spirit guides, the bigger portion of your being, the more you're allowing for these divine synchronicities to occur in the perfect moment in your physical reality experience. Basically, the idea is not to impede, not to obstruct these synchronicities, these manifestations by thinking if this would happen or it would not happen. Did I miss something or did I not miss something? The idea is to have perfect trust, perfect faith that you're exactly where you need to be to experience exactly what you have chosen in spirit to experience, because all the challenges, all the meetings, all things that you're experiencing in the physical reality, you have chosen them. Your bigger portion of your being, together, you have chosen them with your spirit guides. And they manifest in the perfect timing by having this trust, by having this faith within the bigger portion of yourself, you're allowing to see more easily, more effortlessly, and more on the path of least resistance, and even on the path of no resistance, the tools that you need. They will appear. They appear when you're in that state of being much more easy. And thus, then it's just all about using the tools in a creative, loving, and compassionate way. And you will not miss anything. All these things, all these challenges, all these events that you're experiencing are leading you. You are leading yourself into your true self, closer to your true self, closer to the manifestation of the Adam Kadmon, the universal self, the cosmic self that you have chosen to experience within this lifetime.
Thank you very much. And speaking of divine timing, I had a beautiful synchronicity the other day, which was connected to my grandfather. As I was doing my spiritual practice, I connected to him and I felt that he was here and he was supporting me in my process. And at the same time, while I was having this communication with him, our neighbor rang on our door and brought us food because it was a special day in which we honor people in spirit and we give each other food um, to honor people in spirit. So I was wondering if you could talk about this synchronicity.
Again, this synchronicity is an answer to your previous question, where you asked how synchronicities are occurring. This synchronicity is just a sign for yourself to truly start believing in these synchronicities, that nothing is happening by hazard, that everything has its perfect timing, its perfect place into your experience. And this is a sign for, well done, you're moving perfectly, lovingly, excellently on your path. And you just need to keep moving, just moving in a way that you also assist others who are experiencing similar experiences, similar challenges like you, the same way as your grandfather is communicating with you, thus assisting you, being a spirit guide for you. You can be such a guide for other people. And then you amplify the manifestation of the synchronicities. It's kind of having the universe behind your back. It's kicking you in your back into direction of your true self. And this is a beautiful synchronicity with your grandfather. Especially on that day, it's about giving, but also about receiving. So you have received his communication, you have received his love, and you have also received a gift from the neighbor, right?
Correct.
So this is a synchronicity of giving and receiving, which is the balance in the reality. When you give, you receive. When you're grateful for what you're given, you receive even more. So your grandfather just gave you a sign: open yourself, open your heart, and the wonders of the universe will pour into your reality.
Such a beautiful answer. I thank you with all my heart.
Thank you.
I also wanted to ask you, some years ago, Bashar gave a transmission about ETs, and there were also pictures of ETs, particularly of a sunny being and a gray being. And he suggested to people that they cut them on paper and put them, first print them, cut them, and put them on their window. And there was a particular exercise to do with them. And I was wondering, about our communication with these photos of these beings. What exactly is happening when we are interacting in this way?
You are aligning your vibration to become a resonant match for the vibration of the ETs, because as you know, the ETs, the hybrid ETs, are having higher vibration than you. And thus, when you have this exposed in your home where you can see them, even you don't need to do a practice with them, just observing them, just knowing that they're there, it's already working. It's already doing what it is supposed to do, which is aligning with this vibration, which is accelerating your process of letting go of all the energies, transforming all the energies that would obstruct such a communication. And if you want to amplify this process even further, you can stare, you can gaze at the eyes of this being, because these images, they're charged with specific vibration already. And when you open yourself for them while you gaze at their eyes, it's like it has even deeper, more profound effect on your psyche, on your inner being. So this is what I would suggest: to gaze into their eyes It's kind of a meditation, and feel the energy, how it's flowing to you, from you to them, and to them into you. And this will amplify the process of alignment and, of course, the process of letting go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And my last question is connected to the book that I am currently reading, which is The Raw Material. In the book, it is mentioned that there are messages from the Orion group about service to self, and people on earth are receiving these messages. And we have certain challenges with connected to service to self. And I wanted to ask you if you can tell us if these messages are still being sent to the earth, and how can we overcome the impulse for service to self and move to service to others, which is ultimately service to self.
Yes, these messages are still being sent to the earth, but they're not malefic energies. These energies are just a step in the evolution of your species. As I spoke before about the service to self, service to others, and service to the ultimate level of service, this is exactly a needed step on your journey. It's about experiencing the darkness, because into the darkness you can see the light. If everything is around you is light, you cannot see if there is a specific light more viscerally. So it's just about allowing the service to self, not judging it. Everyone has these energies of service to self, but you can always choose service to self or service to others. Which one do you align more? One will bring you a short-term pleasure. The other one might not bring you such a pleasure in the short term, but in the long run, it's a honey to the soul. And basically, at some point, after doing enough service to others, you're basically serving yourself. So every time you serve others, you're also serving yourself. So the highest level, it's exactly about this: serving others, serving yourself. But you don't even care about serving yourself because you're so much aligned with your divine purpose. You so much are devoted to the manifestation of this purpose, of your divine purpose, that you don't even care so much about the short-term pleasures and stuff like this. It's the higher vision that is taking the biggest place in your life, in your journey, in your experience. And this is a beautiful experience. So yes, these messages are still being sent, and it's a matter of vibrational resonance to match with them or to not to match with them. People who are in lower states of being, they match with them. People who are in higher states of being, they can recognize them, but they can always choose. Do I want to serve myself? Do I want to serve others?
I'm very grateful for this beautiful conversation and interaction. All my love, gratitude, and appreciation to you.
As I am, thank you for this beautiful interaction. And as always, my unconditional love, appreciation, and gratitude to you and to all species. Good day.